Hey guys, it's Shelby Michelle with Farmhouse Living and welcome back to our channel. Oh yeah, the red dot's on. We're going. So, we are finally back with another home tour and we have Jessica. What is your Instagram?
It's the.old.barn.
The.old.barn and y'all.
I mean, dreamy. We just walked in and we haven't even made the tour and we're swooning.
I knew the whole thing was gonna be dreamy from your Instagram, but honestly, I really hope I can do it full justice because
it's amazing.
Next level.
Thank you so much.
So, is this is a new build?
We built in 2019 mostly. We moved in October 2019.
Okay.
So I designed it. And then my husband and I did the general contracting to get it built, which we went through Owner Builder Network for financing, but.
Oh, okay. Any tips for general contracting yourself?
My husband did a lot of that. He was really good at keeping the budget and the spreadsheets and making phone calls, things like that if people weren't showing up. Because I didn't want to have to be a bad guy.
No.
But I was here and making sure that it was getting built according to the plans.
Yeah.
So we were a good team in that way.
I love that you said that you have to manage the build and make sure they're doing it according to plan, because a lot of times people can go off script and do their own thing.
Yeah, you walk in, you're like, oh.
Right. You have to kind of check on things and make sure they're getting built right. And a lot of times the contractors will have questions.
Yeah.
And so I always open up the plans and point and measure and
lots of examples.
Always go back to the plan. Don't try to keep it memorized.
Yeah. Have it on paper.
Have it on paper.
Yep.
Good tip.
Well, let's start with your entryway because you've already got character jam-packed into here and we're just in this is not a large space, but you're just like, oh, so you've got this leaded glass kind of transom, and you found that at a salvage yard, you said?
Yes, salvage yard. I was telling you wrong. I saw it from across the street and literally squealed as I ran across the street.
This is it?
Yeah, it looks great.
It's amazing, yeah. So, and then you have an office here.
Right, this is my office, and we actually built these bookshelves last spring, about a year ago. So it didn't actually happen during the build. My husband and I did it.
Y'all DIY'd it?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It does not look DIY at all. And it's got a little bit of a coastal flair, I feel.
Yes.
So you feel like that's a part of your design?
Yeah, I would say I'm classic farmhouse with a little bits of coastal mixed in.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your floors.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
It's definitely the #1 question I get on Instagram is about my floors. I have a whole blog post dedicated to my floors, and these are my favorite floors that I've ever had. They have a lot of texture.
So what are they?
They are engineered wood.
Okay.
And they, I think they're 7 inches wide or 7.5 inches wide. And it's white oak, but it's got a bandsaw texture.
Yeah, bandsaw.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Love it.
It looks like rustic and, polished at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the perfect, it's organic and natural, but really clean. No fuss at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
And it's really been the easiest floor I've had to take care of. It's not stained. It's got an oil finish, which I was a little bit nervous about, but really it's so much easier because if there's somebody scratches it somehow, I just can rub a little bit of mineral oil or coconut oil on it and the scratch disappears.
Do you have dogs?
Wow.
I used to. We had a 60-pound dog.
Yeah.
You can still see scratches on the door, but you can't see scratches on the floor.
That's good. Yeah. A door is a lot cheaper to replace than all your hardwoods.
Yep.
So, I'm in love.
Yeah.
Let's move. Okay. What's our next?
So I call this the inner foyer, the stairwell area. I originally was thinking this would be where our Christmas tree went. And then when we put it in here, it just felt like it wasn't quite right.
Yeah.
But I do love having the space kind of unfold as you walk in so that you can't see everything all at once and you're just kind of lured in to see more.
Yeah.
And so I kind of getting people into the depth of the house before they get to see
Yeah,
everything.
it's an open concept, but it's kind of surprising you along the way.
Right.
Yeah. I'm Lorden, so let's go to the living room. Now we are in your living room. Mom, I feel like this is your style. We've got touches of coastal. We've got this like natural wood and blues. Blue's your favorite color.
Blue's my favorite color.
So what are your, I'll let you lead in here.
I love the vault, the windows, the backyard view. Yeah. Everything draws you in everywhere. It's just all nature inspired, and it looks really cozy, and I just want to snuggle up in that chair.
Yeah. These beams and columns are from an 1800s farmhouse, and then there's more in the kitchen that are from the same. So it's kind of like a nod to, you know, farmhouses of the past, with the barns, and then, you know, we have the shiplap, and then that's actually V-groove on the ceiling.
What is V-groove?
V-groove, it's usually a two-sided board, and one side, when it joins together, it makes a V-groove where it joins, and then the other side is like a B-board actually.
So let's talk about your dining room while we're in here. You've got the coastal touch with the chandelier.
Yeah, those are inspired by the old fishing floats.
Okay.
Antique fishing floats, and so they've got the rope around the glass globes, and
then your wicker chairs with the big, those in chairs are awesome.
Yes.
Where are those from?
Those are from Wayfair.
Wayfair. Ooh. So
yeah,
probably weren't like,
they look like restoration.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't have anything restoration around.
They look expensive. They look fancy. We love something that's like kind of overstated.
Yes.
And then, did you paint that piece or did you buy it?
I did. Got it a long time ago, and it had kind of a brown glaze on it, and it just didn't look right in this white space.
Yeah.
So it had to get painted.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't the original paint color anyway. Somebody had done a glaze on it.
So is this your only dining inside?
Yes.
So you don't have breakfast and dining, it's all in one.
We have the island, but when I designed this house, I wanted a dining room that we could use every day and that we could also dress up. We had a separate dining room in our last house, and it basically held the mountain of laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
and dust, because it wasn't being used all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I love the function. You don't always have to have the formal and the breakfast.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Okay, so let's go to your kitchen, because
First question.
What is this?
Quartzite?
Quartzite. This is quartzite called silver macabus.
Oh, wow.
And I think there's a very similar, or maybe even identical one called Mont Blanc. That looks almost the same.
I love the veining. It's just got enough movement to give interest, but it's not too much.
Right.
Yeah, it's just right.
It's easier to care for than marble.
Yeah, but it gives that feel.
But it gives the same look.
Yeah.
And I love that you used it on the apron of your sink. How fun is that?
Yeah, I wanted to give a nod to the farmhouse sink, but do it maybe in a different, newer way.
Yeah, it's modern but a little European.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I love that.
It was definitely influenced by European.
Yeah.
kitchen. I wanted the range hood and range area to kind of be like a second hearth in the space.
Yeah.
A focal point. And so we did the herringbone there to kind of give it an extra accent.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that it's big. I mean, you just look in and you're like, oh.
Yeah, the cabinet makers called. They're like, are you sure these are the right dimensions? I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And you got your double up, your big giant range.
It's actually 2 ranges, and we saved a ton of money by doing 2 separate 30-inch ranges instead of one big 60-inch range.
Great idea.
Thousands.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a hack, guys.
Just
get 2 ranges.
Just put them side by side. Also, I'm short and I need like my eye level stuff accessible, and I did want to take up a wall of double ovens.
Yes.
Right. And so having them just right there side by side, part of the range,
Perfect.
was for me. So
yeah.
Yeah.
You have thought for every detail. I like that.
Yeah. I think the thing that caught my eye is the framing with the wood beams.
Yes. with this all-white kitchen, I felt like it was really important to incorporate some wood elements to warm it up. So like we did the wood pantry door and the wood beams, and you know, like these seats.
Yeah, have a little warm.
Just kind of warm the space up with some texture and wood.
Yeah.
I think when you have an all-white kitchen, it can sometimes feel cold and not homey, and I think having the wood elements just helps
cozy and adds character. Right. I feel like I'm in Europe. Okay, so let's talk about your patio too. Well, I mean, I want to sit out there, and I love that it like you see it directly from your dining room. And you have more dining space out there, outdoor.
Right. We have place to eat outside. We like this time of year especially, and in the fall. Yeah, eating outside. Husband makes great hamburgers, and we also have the screen porch over there.
Double.
Yeah.
This is a dream. So y'all spend a lot of time outside?
Yes. I love to have coffee out on my screen porch all the time, and
I walk around this house and it feels like an oasis vacation home or something. I keep wanting to look out the window and see the ocean.
there's a lake down there.
Okay.
It's close. Okay, let's talk about the mantle.
This mantle, I found it in our downtown square here in our town, and I called my husband like, okay, go get the truck, because I'm buying this thing.
Go get the truck.
The store was closing and they had a big sale, and I'm like, that's mine.
Yeah.
So this room it wanted a focal point.
And this is it.
We didn't have the budget for an actual fireplace, so
I like how deep it is.
Really neat.
Yeah. And then pretty simple in your bed area, neutrals, but cozy and inviting. And I love the pendants going over.
Yeah. So I wanted to have the doors be symmetrically open, and then have a center line into the center of the tub and the window, and then vanities. So it lines up and it feels very symmetrical and even and calming to me.
Yes. Well, and I love the shiplap continued in here. Yes. And the built-in's the character.
What are the floors?
They are a porcelain tile. They look like soapstone or slate. But they're actually just a porcelain tile we found on Facebook Marketplace.
Wow. I always try to make everything about me, because I'm thinking, what can I take from this house and put in my house? And you have a tall window, but you only have the bottom covered. The top is open, so streams of light come in, but yet you have privacy. And I think that's a great idea, and I'm going to steal that from you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you were super tall, maybe.
I mean, my husband is a foot taller than me, and
but his, Okay, so we're in your kids zone is the upstairs, right?
Yes.
And this is
my daughter Annabelle's room, and it's almost as big as the master. But my mom made this quilt, and
she's so sweet.
Yeah, she put a lot of love into it. She told me there's like 1 million squares, which means it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
So it's very special, and so.
I love that.
And I just finished the ceiling last weekend. So
that's great.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, my arms are still recovering.
Yeah. Hey, we don't need a gym membership when we DIY. It's good.
For real.
And so I see there's also 2 bunk beds outside. Is that's like friends space?
Right. So, I've got boys and a daughter, and anybody can come over. Also, we live on the lake, so we have lots of guests who come and visit, and so it gives us extra room to have friends over and guests over. So
so you thought in your floor plan, you thought of a guest bunk.
Yes.
A bunkie.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so then how many other rooms are up here?
There's 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and then the loft area.
The loft. Okay, well, let's venture out to there. Okay, so now we're boys' rooms, loft. This is where the kids can be.
Right. This is where the kids come hang out.
Yeah.
And they just...
You called it the Wild West.
Yes. Because half the time it's a mess, and I have to just let some things go.
You do.
So it's very rare that it's clean up here. So
it's okay. It's clean today.
Yes.
So we're impressed. So you do let them kind of give input in their designs.
Yes.
You don't completely take over.
Right. And I try to, for the most part, let them keep their rooms the way they want to. I was allowed to do that as a kid and express my creativity and rearrange my furniture how I would. And I think it really, you know, was a good thing for me.
Yeah.
And I really liked having that freedom.
Yeah.
So I try to give my kids that same freedom. At the same time, you know, we got to be getting here and vacuum every once in a while.
Yeah. Can't be completely.
But it worked well for you because you're great at space planning, and it was your job for a while.
Right.
To design homes.
Yes.
But I will say, here's another great rug. You have a great eye for rugs.
Yeah.
I love every rug in your house.
Thank you.
I would take any of them.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna choose this under my dining room.
I was thinking I was gonna choose it too.
Yeah.
Or somewhere.
So you just, we'll link this right here. Anything else that's neat about your upstairs that you'd like to share?
No, I mean, Annabelle's bathroom has a cute little mosaic in the shower niche.
Oh, I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah.
That is so. Let It Shine. Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
Love
God.
that.
Okay, so I'll put a clip of that. That is so special. and
Very
cute.
sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, love
And it's
that.
really special because, you know, Let It Shine, the song, and then we have this wonderful memory in New Orleans when we went to like a jazz bar as a family, and they played Let It Shine, like a jazzy version, and my daughter, she was about 2 or 3 at the time, and she was dancing and just stole the show. It was so cute.
Aww.
And
I love
so
when
it's just a sweet memory.
Yeah, when stuff like that inspires your home, I feel like,
Yeah.
like this is your forever home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Okay, so we've toured your wonderfully beautiful, I mean, so much detail to take in. I don't know if I can, have you absorbed it all?
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
So
I'm just gonna go through the pictures and scroll through the video and just look at it over and over.
Yeah, so I can take in all the details. So thank you so much for letting us tour your home.
I'm so glad to have you.
Yeah, where is the best place for people to find you?
I'm on Instagram every day at the.old.barn, and I'm also on Pinterest.
YouTube, you said?
YouTube, barely.
Barely. She's starting, guys.
I'm starting and trickling into YouTube.
This is on YouTube, so we will link that. We'll give all the links down in the description, and if you're watching on the blog, everything will be there too. So just head over there, get more inspiration. Your stories are great every day, so always fresh inspiration. So make sure that you like and subscribe. That's your line typically.
Like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends.
And if you're building a home, you need this floor plan,
For
guys.
real.
Like
It's
this
perfect.
is
Yes.
yes. So I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Bye.